What's up, YouTube? This is Timor Milk here. This is Treves, and I'm going to throw you another piece of this segment. I'm going to talk about cards that net you +1s. We talked briefly in another video about keeping card advantage and stuff like that, and how you always want it. The main point of the game is to maintain card advantage, and that's how you win games, not necessarily by taking out each other's life points, which obviously you need to do to win, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm gonna throw a couple cards out here that you guys should recognize all of them and see why they're good cards and what they do for decks, like why they're so good to run, because they net everybody all the pluses. Start off with BLS, of course. Any card that you can summon, just drop and take out another card. And when it's summoned, it is obviously a good card. This card is broken, and you got a 3000 beat stick that can banish and can attack twice. Obviously, this card is going to net you a lot of pluses, and hence why it's a staple in a lot of decks that are running a lot of light and dark. Other cards that you can tech in a lot of these cards, like BLS, you can tech in a lot of decks. You got Gravekeeper Spy. I don't know why this card is not run in more decks. This card, it's another dark target for your BLS. It's got 2000 defense, so it's not going to get taken out by a Thunder King. As soon as you flip it, you get to special summon another one. Or it's just a good card overall. It really is. 4-star. Good stall card anyways as well. Works well in a lot of decks, especially if you're running the next card I'm going to throw out here, Caius. This card here, also another card you summon, banish another monster. It's a 2400 beat stick. Dark target. Works well with a spy. It's cards like this that your opponent has troubles getting around when you got cards like these, and because they're not only stall cards, but they're cards that they have to use their power cards to get rid of. If you can drop one of those and bait out like a fiendish or you know what I mean, or a dark hole, because you have no other outs to get around it, then that opens up all the opportunity to get to drop all your other power plays. And you don't want to drop these the first turn that you can. You want to save them for when you need them. Like BLS, as soon as you have the targets in the grave, you don't want to drop it. That's stupid. You want to save it and wait it, unless you can push for game or whatever. That's a different story. Other cards that net you pluses, you got Tour Guide, staple in almost every deck. A lot of decks run this card, especially since it's been reprinted. You can't really, it's pretty self-explanatory. Dark target, you can grab a bunch of cards from your deck. It's a card that also, that card's gonna bait out a warning right away. It's one of those cards, as soon as you play it, someone's gonna flip a warning, and that's another thing about reading their back row. You have another play, you want to, if you can get off the Tour Guide, great. If not, you're baiting out that warning that you don't want to hit. You don't want it to hit your Centipede or your Dragonfly. Another card, Run Breaker. This card's another card that's going to bait out warnings all day. Card's amazing, and they're going to warning it the second they can, which is going to open it up. These two cards here, both of them bait out warnings, and they're both good to have on the field when you can. Another card, you got Snowman Eater. These are just basic cards I'm talking about here. That's why it's Yu-Gi-Oh for Dummies. A Snowman Eater gets around a lot of monsters. Gets around beat sticks like Thunder King and stuff like that. And not only that, when they attack it, if they're stupid enough to attack it face down, like that with a Thunder King, they're going to hit into it with Thunder King and you're going to pop it. And then you can go off next turn without their Thunder King being on the field. Yeah, so that's a good card. A lot of, you can main deck it, but a lot of people side it. It's especially good against Rabbit and everything. You can, against Legia and everything like that. Then you got, Piper. That's just a fun card. Yeah, you can get a lot of pluses off this card. Combo that with King Caballo. This card just nets you pluses all day. Cards, I just want to make a mention here. Like this. I seen a guy, I saw a guy poly 6 or whatever dragons, 6 dragons for this card, or 5 dragons, whatever. I couldn't even believe it. He went -6, 5 dragons and a poly, -6 to get that out, and then the guy fissured it. I couldn't believe blew my mind. So stupid things like that you want to avoid. Rather than that, he could have just went drop BLS, banish it, drop Caius, banish it, drop anything. Another card, great card, Shockmaster. You get it out. A lot of the times you're winning that game. But the thing is, you got to put 3 cards into it to get it out. So you're minusing to get it out, which just like any XYZ or any synchro, you minus to get it out. But the thing is, once it's out, you win games like win derps all day. They plus the shit out of everybody. So that's a card they run. A lot of decks can run it, but I'm just saying, as an example, that's a card you minus to get out. But it's a good minus a lot of the times. Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about today, and I think we're going to do a segment about side decking, so comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching YouTube.